Musk is his last name. Elon Musk is going to talk to the sixth graders in Flint, every one of you, to talk about his journey in science. What do you think about that? And so he's going to talk to you about what it means to build rockets and his story and why he's a part of the newest science in the world. Do you all know he launched a rocket into space just 2 weeks ago? And he wants to make sure, he's trying to figure out how we can occupy Mars. So without further ado, say, welcome, Mr. Elon.
Hello, everyone. Hi. I think I'm just trying to figure out the projector.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Hello, everyone. So, let's see. I'm Elon. I run SpaceX and Tesla. So SpaceX builds rockets, and Tesla builds electric cars. And actually, I'm kind of curious, have you guys heard of SpaceX and Tesla? Okay, cool. Okay, who's heard of SpaceX? Okay, and then separately, who's heard of Tesla? Okay, a bit more. All right, cool. We may need to turn the lights down a bit too. Okay. Can we turn the lights down a bit? Yeah. So, I was going to talk a bit about about SpaceX and Tesla and how those companies were built and some of the missteps along the way, and where they're headed. And hopefully you guys find that exciting, because I think there's some really exciting things that are going to happen in the future with spaceflight and with advanced electric cars. All right, so we're going to start off showing the Starman video. This is when we launched the Falcon Heavy last year. This was the biggest rocket it's the biggest rocket to fly in the world that's currently flying. It's more than twice as much thrust as the next biggest rocket that's currently flying. It's really quite an enormous rocket. And it was a demonstration flight. So normally when they do demonstration flights, they do something kind of boring, like send a block of concrete on a new rocket. That's not very inspiring. Hard to get inspired by a block of concrete. So instead of a block of concrete, we sent a car into Mars orbit, and with a mannequin in a dummy in a spacesuit driving the car. That guy. Technical difficulties. As you can see.
It's a god-awful small affair to the girl with the mousy hair, but her mommy is yelling no, and her daddy has told her to go, but her friend is nowhere to be seen. Now she walks through her sunken dream to the seats with the clearest view, and she's hooked to the silver screen. But the film is a sad thing for
right, so that was the launch of Falcon Heavy with the Starman. That's an actual thing that happened with no CGI. That was a real thing. And it's currently orbiting around Mars right now. And it looks like a cat. When it takes off, the Falcon Heavy looks like a cat. A cat unscrewing a light bulb. If part of the idea of Falcon Heavy and launching a car out to Mars orbit is to get humanity excited about going to Mars and having a base on Mars, base on the moon, and being a spacefaring civilization, making the things that we see in sci-fi movies and reading sci-fi books come true one day. I think that would be a really exciting future for everyone. Oh yeah, God. I guess Sam found some pictures of me as a kid. As you can see, I'm super cool. And that top, I haven't seen that top photo in a while because that's me getting dressed up for a Dungeons and Dragons tournament. Yeah, let's see. What's that? So anyways, so I was born in South Africa, and was interested in a lot of technology, and I did built model airplanes, built model rockets, built radios, and also like to build explosives. I blew up a lot of things. Lucky to have all my fingers actually. Almost blew up my fingers. So I like just experimenting with things, trying out different things. And understanding how technology worked. I think I had a really strong sense of curiosity, which I think is a powerful thing. And I really encourage you, if you're curious about it, really allow your curiosity to flourish. And if you're curious about something, just go figure it out. The great thing we have today with the internet is that you can go on Google or YouTube or something, and you can learn how to do just about anything. It's very powerful. In fact, at SpaceX and Tesla, when we're trying to figure out a new way of building something, I actually tell my team, please go look on YouTube. People will tell you all their secrets on YouTube. It's crazy. But if you went for a tour of the factory or tour of that premises that say, oh, this is very secret, you put it on YouTube, dude. So there's a tremendous amount you can look just by searching the internet, really, it's crazy how much you can learn. So generally, I think you can. I agree with classroom instruction, but I think you can supplement that massively by exploring to your heart's content online. Pretty much go about as deep as you'd like to go. One of the things I find the thing that sort of limits most people is their own sort of self-limiting. If you don't believe you can do something, you won't do it. But if you believe that you can do something, or that maybe you can do something, then and then you try doing it, then I think you will find that you can do far more than you realize. Just try it. This may sound crazy, but if you haven't tried it, there's a lot. And by the way, for SpaceX and Tesla, it's not like things were super smooth sailing. We had a lot of problems along the way. So I've been chief engineer or chief designer of the rockets of SpaceX since day one, but I didn't really know how to design rockets. I had to read a lot of books, talk to a lot of people, and the first 3 flights of Falcon 1 failed. And we just barely had enough money to scrape together a 4th flight. And if the 4th flight hadn't worked, then SpaceX would have died. And then landing rockets was incredibly difficult. Because this rocket's coming in several times faster than a bullet, and it's could be coming at maybe Mach 8 or more. That's been 8 times the speed of sound. And it's got to land on this tiny little ship in the ocean, and but misses the ship or comes in too fast, then there's curtains. Yeah, so this is a kind of a blooper reel of us trying to land the rocket. So as you can see, it took us 2 tries to get the rocket to land, and I think in total it took us about 14 landing attempts before we finally able to land successfully and repeatedly. Now I think we've done about 30 landings, or maybe more. So I mean, it basically says that obviously perseverance is extremely important. So if you don't succeed at first, then keep trying. And now, in terms of what we're doing in the future, we're building or have built the SpaceX Crew Dragon, which is going to be the replacement for the Russian Soyuz and going to the space station. And we just did our first demonstration launch recently, and that seems to have gone well. Okay, so we check. Right, so now this is. So we're going to show you an animation of what the future generation SpaceX rocket and space travel will be. So there was an animation of the Starship and Super Heavy booster. That vehicle, which is being built right now, is intended to enable the creation of a permanent base on the moon, and to build a city on Mars, and such that humanity can become a spacefaring civilization, multi-planet species, and we can go out there and see what's out there among the stars. I think that would be an incredibly exciting future. So that's what I hope will happen. Who wants to go to space? Yes? Not everyone. Not enough people. It's pretty fun in space. It's, if you have zero gravity, you can float around and do all sorts of fun things. So,
Eat some grapes.
yeah.
Do some sculpture.
Yeah, still. It'd be cool sci-fi, futuristic stuff, and you'd be able to just float around. So that would be that's what a potential base on the moon would look like as you started out, and that's just as you're approaching Mars, and just as you look at Mars before you land. Mars is a red planet. That's what a Mars base would look like. Maybe one idea for how a Mars base would look like. All right, so then a little bit about Tesla. The goal of Tesla was to accelerate the advent of sustainable transport. So you can make electric cars, when we started out, there were no highway-capable electric cars in the world, and we wanted to show that it was possible that you could make a great electric car, and that if you did, people would buy it. So we got the Model S, 3, X, and Y. We get some fun things. For example, we added fart mode to the car. So in terms of our unique selling points, this is the only car that can fart on command. Yeah, so you can, a key feature of this car is you can make it sound like the fart's coming from anywhere in the car.
You know why? Somebody did it again! And no, he did it! No.
And the Tesla car can also dance. right, so I guess a couple other things. From my foundation, we've also donated a whole bunch of computers to the school. So also the foundation is also going to fund a couple of people from the senior grades to come to fly out to SpaceX and see the rocket factory. And then I think we're also doing some water filters. So all the schools in Flint are getting water filters from the Musk Foundation. They'll be like state of the art, best water filters in the world. That's our sweet t-shirt there.
So before say thank you, Mr. Elon. So he didn't tell you the best part about this. So it's not just a few computers, but everyone in this room will take a computer home with you next year in a case because of his donation. So you will have access to the technology that actually spawned his interest and the work that he does. So literally every one of you will have a pack that you can take home as a tool as you enter the new junior high school. Isn't that pretty cool? And so that's just a little bit of it. So, and then as we talk about this next year, so for the first time in any district or any city in the country, every 7th grader in the entire city will have access to science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So everybody's going to be in the same school studying science, studying technology, studying engineering, designing your future self. One of the engineers is here that works with Mr. Musk right here. Mathematics. You will be able to design your future selves. And so this is a big deal. Like, you all are going to be big kids next year doing this work all together in the same space. Thumbs up if you think that's cool. Before we let you go, though, I want to tell you something. So this doesn't just happen by accident. Have you ever heard the word love? L-O-V-E? So there's a lot of love from the adults required to help you design your future self. A lot of love. So I'm going to show you the love that's in this room right now, in addition to Mr. Elon, that is designed to support you. So if all of the board members and the special guests would come up really quickly to the front, I need you to all just line up right here next to Mr. Elon. Mr. Jerry, come on. Ms. Lauren, come on. Mr. Woodson, come on. Polly and Anita, come on. So just line up, because I want them to see you, because we're responsible for loving you. Love is a verb. It is not just a feeling. We're responsible for caring for you to design your future self. And so I'm just going to really quickly go down, and I'm going to have them state their name and what they do real quick.
Flip Turner, retired English teacher.
Pamela Pugh, Vice President of the State Board of Education.
Jim Amenich, State Senator.
Casey Lester, Flint Board of Education.
Elon, Engineer.
Karen Weaver, Mayor, City of Flint.
Sheldon Neely, State Representative.
Danielle Green, Flint Community School Board Treasurer.
Diana Wright, President, Flint Board of Education.
Blake Stozer, Vice President of your Flint Community Schools.
Betty Ramsdale, retired teacher, Board of Education member.
Felicia Mayo, Global Head of Diversity and Inclusion, and from Tesla.
Mark Hill, I am an engineer at Tesla.
Ridgeway White, President of the Mott Foundation.
Isaiah Oliver, President of Community Foundation.
Jerry Myers, President of the Crim Fitness Foundation.
Holly Szynski, Executive Director of District Accountability and School Performance, Flint Community Schools.
Christina Johnston, Chief Operating Officer of the Flint and Genesee Chamber of Commerce.
Harold Woodson, former board member.
Lauren Haley Zumbo, Vice President of Community Impact at the Crim Fitness Foundation.
Anita Stewart, Assistant Superintendent for Flint Community Schools.
Daniel Neal with Fajit.
Ken Andrews, Director of Operations, Flint Community Schools.
So, guess what? All of these grown folk have to care for you. All of these grown folk love you individually and collectively so that you can realize your future. So, one more time, it's all about me. It's about my story. And it's about designing my future. So, as you leave, Freeman, stand up and model the t-shirt. Stand up, stand up. So everybody is going to have a SpaceX t-shirt as you leave here today. Say thank you, Mr. Elon. Thank you, Mr. Jared. Where is he? Where's Mr. Jared? Right there. So thank you, Mr. Jared. So the last thing I'm going to say, and Mr. Elon talked about this, there's going to be a delegation from every school, 2 6th graders and 2 7th graders from every school are going to take a trip to SpaceX to see how this stuff is made. And so, thank you, Mr. Elon, again. So at this point, I want you all to have a great day and a great vacation, and you're going to take your cues. Don't move. You're going to take your cues from our great door rider hosts and your teachers. Thank you and have a great day.
You don't have to go to it.